Welcome back. This is video number 5 in a series called Everything You Need to Know About the Emotion Code, but you didn't know who to ask. And today we're talking about how having trapped emotions negatively affects how you experience your life every day without you even realizing it. Hi, I'm Ann Hession. I'm a medical intuitive and an energy practitioner. I'm a certified emotion code and body code practitioner, and I really am an expert about the emotion code. I've studied energetic and transformational healing for over 30 years. I have a BA in psychology from Harvard University, and I've worked with Dr. Bradley Nelson, who's the author of the Emotion Code book, since 2014, working and helping to get this amazing, extraordinary healing method out to the world. And one of the things I think is most important to know about the emotion code is how profoundly having trapped emotion affects every aspect of how we experience our lives, moment to moment, and how to free ourselves of that. So a good way to think about trapped emotions is the idea of emotional baggage. Okay, that's a pretty mainstream idea at this point. And whether you think you have your own or not, we all probably have a few people in our lives that we're pretty sure are carrying around a truckload of emotional baggage, right? So sometimes it's easier to see other people's emotional baggage than our own. And I think that the reason for that is because it's kind of in the nature of emotional baggage that it's operating in the background. And it's just always there. So it's kind of like the water we're swimming in or the air we're breathing. So one of the ways having trapped emotions, this emotional baggage, affects us is that they're like a series of filters. And they're affecting how we see and experience everything in our lives. And those filters are just so much a part of the background that we have a hard time realizing they're there. So here's an analogy, okay? Let's say you put on a pair of sunglasses, and the lenses have kind of a bluish tinge to them. Now, when you first put them on, you think, wait, everything just went blue, right? Maybe you take them off and on a few times, and you really notice how altered everything around you looks, right? But after you've left them on for a while, what happens? You know what happens. Things stop looking noticeably blue to you. You're not noticing anymore, moment to moment, that there's a blue filter affecting how everything seems to you. Everything just looks normal, and you think that's the way everything looks. But then you take them off, and it's like, oh yeah, gosh, I forgot. Everything looks different with that lens, that filter in place. So trapped emotions are like that. They are affecting how the world occurs for you, but it's all the time. And you keep adding more filters as you get older and create more trapped emotions. And you never take them off. You just keep adding more on. So let's explore this idea. Let's say you have a trapped, stuck, emotional energy of abandonment from some time in the past when you were really counting on someone and they left or they didn't support you. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being upset or feeling abandoned, by the way. It's a natural human emotion. What I am saying is that it creates problems in our lives if that abandonment or other emotion isn't processed at the time that we feel it, and it gets stuck and trapped and stays with us over time instead of us letting go of it. If it stays trapped in your body, it's like a lens that's going to impact how you experience other people. It's going to color and influence your whole experience of life. And the story of your life that you have in your head, and let's be real, every one of us has a story of our life that we're running in our heads, right? That story is going to keep being colored by that abandonment filter over and over and over. It'll play out differently for different people, but for example, it might cause you to really distrust people in general, or to not ask for help when you need it because you assume people will abandon you and let you down. Or it might cause you to put up a big wall and not let people get close to you so they won't be able to abandon you. Or it might cause you to get more upset or hurt than you otherwise would be in some situations because you're seeing or anticipating abandonment when maybe it isn't actually there. So in your world, your head, as that's happening, you don't think you're overreacting or creating a problem. And that's because the way you're seeing the situation right now is heavily influenced by that emotional baggage from the past. And without you being able to see it, your emotions and your reactions are not actually just about what's happening now, but they're also reactions to what happened before. And what's so amazing about the emotion code is that it is a simple and effective way to identify and clear away for good these trapped emotions that are limiting and constricting your experience of life. People report feeling lighter, like a huge weight has come off of them. One of my favorite benefits from using the emotion code is that people suddenly find that they are way less reactive in life once they've had a few emotion code sessions and cleared away some of their trapped emotions. Situations at work or with their families that used to put them through the roof or leave them feeling totally overwhelmed or unsupported, suddenly, when they're in the same situations, they have a sense of space and peace. They can see everything from different perspectives because they aren't locked into that emotional response anymore. The things that used to trigger them every single time, now those things they don't even have an emotional charge to them at all. Because literally the actual emotional charge has been removed from your body. There's nothing to get triggered. Imagine that. Imagine nothing actually having to change about your life or your circumstances, but suddenly you have peace and power with those circumstances. And inside of that peace and power, you finally have the freedom to make changes from a whole different place than you've ever been before. Just imagine the difference this can make in your relationships when you stop blocking people out. And that brings me to a wonderful topic we're going to get into in the next video, which is called the heart wall. So did you know that the majority of people in the world, in my experience, in order to protect themselves from pain and overwhelm, have built a wall around their hearts made of trapped emotions? And while that wall was created by each of those people, by you very possibly, in a time of great pain or stress to protect your heart, like a deep bunker. Unfortunately, it's been there ever since, and it's been keeping out love and acceptance and peace as well as pain. And that is what we're going to talk about next time. I hope you enjoyed that. Make sure to check out the next video about the heart wall. You don't want to miss that. If you have questions, please post them below. And if you're ready to have some of your own trapped emotions cleared for good, you may want to click the link below in the notes to schedule a session. See you next time.